But yeah, I was I got it when you went straight to Genesis and you was just like this ain't going too. But you when you asked me about ethnos, see, that's a whole different that was a whole different description on the word Gentile. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing.
So
The,
Goy and ethnos
yeah,
will be
yeah.
okay.
The only
I got
difference is ethnos is going to be Greek
you. Mm,
and Goy is Hebrew.
Hebrew. I got you for sure.
That's the only difference. The only difference because under depending on the captivity that we was in
Yeah.
determines what the Bible was written in. Because see, the Old Testament is translated from Hebrew to Greek to what I'm saying, whatever we was in. But certain ones in the New Testament, we were not writing it in Hebrew because we were already
No,
in Greek
in Greek
captivity.
captivity. That's right. I got you.
So it's not going to be a Hebrew word for that. But so let's say Goy might have been translated to ethnos, to Gentile. You see what I'm saying? And for some of them, it's just going to be straight, just ethnos, because we already writing in Greek.
Right.
We already writing in Greek, but they have the same description or the same definition, basically on the words. Um, Goy just look up the definition for ethnos, or look up what is ethnos, or you can look it up in the blue letter.
Is it ETNOS? Is that right? H.
ETHNOS.
Dictionary.
What you got?
I'm gonna Google it.
You got to get more.
Pop it up in my Google.
You got to get more familiar with that blue letter. That's a major tool, and it has a lot of advantages to it. Uh,
So I just had it pulled, but I can pull it up by the verse. It won't pull it up by the word, though.
mm,
I'm pulling it up by the word. It just pulled it up by the verse. Like, let me go to it. Give me a verse. Give me that verse. Uh,
uh,
what was it?
that was Gore. We was looking up what you just were looking at. That Psalms 106:5. That's Goy. I got you right here though. I was just gonna let you. I was gonna see if you could pull it up. But
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up by verse. I'm gonna pull it up by the verse. We got it.
okay, ethnos. The word ethnos is used in the Bible to refer to number one, a tribe, a nation, a people, or a group. Number two, every people group outside of the ethnic Israel. Number 3, any collective identity distinguished by language, culture, or territorial boundaries. Number 4, Gentiles, nation, heathen, or people. That's the different ways ethnos can be used. Tribe, nation, people, group. It said any collective identity distinguished by language, culture, or territorial boundaries. You see how wide that range is for the word ethnos?
It's you named about 4 or 5
And that one.
different yeah.
And see, that's one of the words used for Gentiles. I'm gonna go and let me show you another word. The other word is goy. Goy is the outline of biblical usage. It says nation or people. Number 1, nation or people. Number 2, usually of non-Hebrew people. Number 3, of descendants of Abraham. What? Number 4, of Israel. Number 5, it says a swarm of locusts or other animals. This is the word goy. Also, goyim or nations. Now, let me give you a fun fact. We both know the word ethnos is translated to Gentile. We also know the word goy is translated to Gentile. In the KJV, Strong's H1471 is goy.
I got that pulled up right there on this is
Okay,
Genesis.
so look at
That was Genesis.
yeah, that's in Genesis. That's right. That's in Genesis. But it's gonna be the same number no matter where it's used.
Right.
It's gonna be H1471 everywhere because this is the true definition of it according to the Strongs. And goy is used 558 times in the KJV. You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
550.
This one I got pulled up. It say right there, it say root word apparently from the same root as H1465.
Which is
So
what?
is that's gonna be goy too, which let's see.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be Eva. Is that right? Eva or Gava?
It's small. I can't see it.
Gava.
What does you
Gava.
have on that? What's the outline? What's the outline biblical usage? Do you see the outline biblical usage down? Go down a little bit.
Behind. Yeah, they got the back behind. Say which has confused and it's straight. Let me go back. Because that's gonna just say root. That's just being the root word of etymology.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like I was saying, the KJV translation count is something that you can get when you're using a blue letter. The translation count. The total is 558 times that the word goy was used in the KJV. Now, listen to this. This is the kicker. Out of the 558, it was used to describe the word nation 374 times. It was referenced to nation 374 out of the 558. 143 times it meant heathen. 30 times it meant actual Gentiles. And 11 times it meant people. You see how the word goy is more used to reference nation and heathen? And we both know that Israelite can be a heathen, bro.
Nation, 374. Versus
374. You see what I'm saying?
143 heathen. You understand what I'm saying?
Versus 30 Gentiles.
Yeah, versus 30 Gentiles. So it's like more than likely it's gonna be nations because that's
Nations.
the
That's
or heathen.
right.
It's gonna be
Or heathen.
nations. It's gonna be
Most of the
nations
time.
mostly. Yeah, mostly.
There's now you with me.
I'm with you.
So we know that in the English language, which is very poorly put together, poorly constructed, there's only going to be few words that can represent what these words mean. And in the Hebrew and the Greek, these words have multiple meanings. So just because you say you are a Gentile does not mean you are a non-Jew. Just like in the scripture, when it says Gentile, does not mean non-Jew. It does not mean non-Jew every time. Go to Psalms 106 and 5 in the blue letter. But yeah, would you agree that an Israelite can be a heathen, bro?
Yeah, I mean it said that because they
Mm,
cling to that idolatry. Once they cling
that's
to that
right.
idolatry, they're gonna be considered they're gonna be classified as Gentiles because
That's
they
right.
go
Dressing like you,
with the
dressing like them and everything.
yeah with the
You
nation.
took up
I'm gonna
their
bring this out
customs.
that I may see the good of thy chosen, that I may rejoice in the gladness of thy nation, that I may glory with thine inheritance. Mm-hmm. What you were talking about right
That word nation is goy.
there. Yep.
Now go to Genesis 25 and
See?
23. Go ahead and show that goy if you did what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I was gonna show that for it too.
Click on that little box next to two. Oh, yeah, you gotta click on the little box. Yep, click on that box and then click the word tools right there to your left. Boom. Scroll down.
Yep, that's a guard right there.
It's goy. And it said nations. Now go to Genesis 25 and 23.
And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Now, this is interesting. You know why this is interesting? Because one of those nations is a Gentile. And one of those nations is Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that's Jacob. So what word does it have right there for nations?
So we got the first one gonna be Goy, because
Goy. Goy, how could Goy represent an Israelite and a non-Israelite? If every time it says Gentile, it means non-Israelite. How is that possible, bro?
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
right. I know exactly
So
what you're saying.
just because you say you're a Gentile does not mean you're non-Israelite. That doesn't mean you're a nation of people. You have an ethnicity. You belong to a group. So when the Most High says he's coming back to say the Gentiles or to put the Gentiles back together with Israel, he's just talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Let's go in the book of Maccabees, bro. Go on Maccabees and get 6 out.
First or second Maccabees? First,
Second Maccabees.
second Maccabees. Second Maccabees.
Mm-hmm.
Second Maccabees. Chapter
Yep.
6.
Start do 6 and 1, and then jump down to 7. 1 for the context.
Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from, like, every time. I was trying to do it without it. So
Come
like
on here.
not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, mm, and not to live
You see
after the
that?
laws of God. That's tough right
You see
there.
that? It said compelled, forced.
Yeah,
You were forced. The king forced. This is the king. You gonna deny the king? This is the king of your land.
hey,
He
you better
sent
not
a
go against the
man
king. I
of
ain't learned
Athens
that.
to compel all the Jews to depart from the laws of your fathers.
Father, yeah.
I mean, our fathers was keeping these laws, but you were compelled stop keeping them laws and to not live after the laws of God. So today we got people still compelled, still in that mind state after they was forced to not keep the laws. And it's like they did an experiment with these monkeys one time, bro. So they put 3 monkeys in a room, and they had this tall pole in the middle of the room. The pole was shaped like a 7. Try to picture it in your head, Dart. The pole was shaped like a 7, and out at the end of it was a bunch of bananas hanging. Now the monkeys, which they're very good climbers, one would climb the pole and try to go out and get the bananas, but there's a sensor in the middle of the pole at the top. When you go by the sensor, a water will spray you, and the monkey will scurry down. So each one of the monkeys tried it until they got sprayed, and it becomes a point to where they're not even trying to get the bananas no more because they already know what they're gonna get sprayed, right?
Oh yeah.
So they took one of the monkeys out and replaced it with a new monkey that had never been in there. The monkey see the bananas, the new monkey see the bananas, he started to climb the pole, but the other 2 monkeys wouldn't even let him climb.
Mm-hmm.
Why would the other 2 monkeys not let him climb, dog?
Yeah, you better not
Well,
cut
you
that
gonna get
water
sprayed.
on. We gonna cut that water on.
You finna,
We gonna
you
beat you
finna get
down, bro.
sprayed. Okay, so look, they took another old monkey out and replaced it
Mm-hmm.
with a new one. So now there's only one original monkey in there. And when he tried to climb, both of the monkeys, the old and the other new, both of them keep him from climbing. They repeated this until it was no original monkeys in there. It was only 3 new monkeys in there. And none of them would climb the pole, but had nobody even seen the water spray. They don't even know why they won't climb the pole. They just know they're not supposed to climb the pole. Do that make sense what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and see, it got to the point probably where even though those other monkeys ain't never understood or seen why you shouldn't climb the pole, it was
No,
in them
it's a
cause
tradition.
yeah, it's a tradition. That's right.
It's
That's
a
right.
tradition now. So here we have in the second Maccabees where we're forced
Mm-hmm.
to not follow the laws of God. Why? Because the king was going to kill you.
Yeah.
So even after the new generation and the new generation and the new generation come, they don't follow the laws no more, but they don't know why. Do that make sense, bro?
That makes perfect sense.
We don't even know why we're Gentiles, why we consider Gentiles, why we just saying we don't supposed to follow the law. Well, why? Ain't nobody seen the water spray.
Like we don't supposed to keep the Sabbath or nothing, cause we ain't
We don't
never
gotta keep
seen.
the Sabbath no more. Bro, you just
we.
doing what somebody told you, what somebody told him, what somebody told him, but had
Mm-hmm.
nobody seen the water spray. The water probably don't even spray no more, bro.
Probably ain't even no more water up there.
The water might have ran out. The sensor probably messed up. But ain't nobody finna take the initiative to try.
Mm-hmm.
I just ain't gonna follow the laws. You ain't gonna try? You don't even know why you're not following the laws. Go jump down on the 7, bro.
All right. And in that day of the king birth every month, they were bought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifice.
So
And
stop
when
right
the
there. Stop right there, Salaki. It said every day of the king's birth. So this is the birthday of the king, right? Every time he had a birthday, you were brought by bitter constraints. That means bitter ain't good. Bitter is not good, boy. To bite something bitter is putting yourself through something. So these are bitter constraints. So again, the first one said you were compelled to not follow the laws. Now you brought to celebrate a birthday by bitter constraints. You are forced to celebrate the king's birthday and to eat of
eat
the
of the
sacrifice.
sacrifice. That's right. That's
You see
all
what I'm
that's it.
saying?
That's it.
So now we at the point to where we just celebrate birthdays. We don't even realize that this was something that we was forced to do in the beginning. Now we just want to celebrate a birthday. And once you realize, once somebody that try to give you the truth say, well, if you an Israelite, if you follow the laws, you can't keep the birthday. Boy, they run away. I can't keep my birthday. I can't have a birthday party. I can't celebrate myself.
Mm.
I gotta think twice about this Israelite stuff, man. Now all the other stuff you said was good, but I can't celebrate my birthday. Keep
Hey,
going, bro.
so Lockie, my question would be like, you don't want to celebrate the Most High birthday?
Man, no,
Oh, or you
no,
have a shot birthday,
that ain't
or you don't
fun.
want
I don't get no cake on that day. That ain't fun. They don't give me no presents on the Most High birthday. That ain't fun.
to?
So look, this was so crazy. They lie and tell us that Christmas is Yahweh's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get presents on your birthday, but on Yahweh's birthday you get presents. Huh?
What?
Did you hear what I just said? So even on the day that is not his birthday, that they are pretending to tell you his birthday, we still don't give him no gift.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear this, bro?
I hear you.
How crazy? How crazy is that? On your birthday, you get gifts. On his birthday, you get gifts.
Mm.
Cold-blooded. Come on, man. This don't make sense. Keep going, bro. Get on in there.
And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus, carrying ivy.
Keep going.
Moreover, they went out a decree to the neighborhood, to Shalaki, to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Pompony against the Jews that they should
Ptolemy.
observe Ptolemy, Shalaki,
Salaki. Yeah, go ahead.
should observe the same fashion and be partakers of their sacrifice.
It
And
said to
who and,
observe the same fashion. Salaki. It said to observe the same fashion. To dress like them, dog.
mhm.
Remember, it just told us we carried into constraints. We compelled to do these things. And read 9. That 9 is the one. 9 is the beheader.
and whose and
Whosoever, whoso, Salaki.
and
Go
who
ahead.
and whoso will not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentile shall be put to death. Then might a
Whoa.
man have seen the present misery. That's gonna be that water.
Whoa.
That's gonna be that water hydrant. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's that
That's
water
right.
that the monkeys kept on.
That's right. That's what it
They kept
was.
experiencing.
That's what it was. They knew that you're gonna be put to death if you don't conform to the ways of these Gentiles, to these heathen nations, to these non-Jews. You are forced and compelled to not be a Jew no more. If you confess to be a Jew, you finna be put to death. So what you gonna do? Teach your children, hey, don't go outside. When they get ready to go out and play, don't go outside saying you know Jew. Don't go out there saying you know Jew. You gonna get put to death.
Yep.
But when that child grows old, he gonna teach his children. Don't go out there saying you know Jew, but he ain't seen nobody be put to death no more.
And
because
you
everybody done taught
heard
their kids. They done taught their kids not to do it, so nobody get put to death no more. Now it's not even a literal yoke of iron on your neck. It's a mental yoke of iron. It's a mental yoke of iron on your neck. So you dressing like heathens. But originally we didn't want to. We was forced to do it. Now y'all like it. Now y'all like it. Y'all like dressing like that now. This is a Hellenistic Jew. That's what this is. This is a Hellenistic period. This is the period where anybody pretending to acting, calling it, don't even play a game. I'm a Jew. Don't say you a Jew. You say you a Jew. If you confess it, but if you say it with your mouth, you're gonna be put to death, bro. You're gonna be put to death. That right there is tough when you think
bring
about
this
it.
Ephesians.
Come on with it.
I'm gonna bring this Ephesians chapter 2 and 11 now. It says, wherefore remember that ye being in the time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision
Mm-hmm.
by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hand.
So even when it says a Gentile by flesh, it's still not talking about by blood. It's not
Mhm.
saying a Gentile by blood. It's saying you're a Gentile because you haven't performed circumcision.
Mhm.
That's crazy. So how do these people consider themselves Gentiles? And just because this is all they know? Or is it because this is what you prefer to learn or prefer to do? This is convenient for you. Because you can't tell me this is all I know and expect me to think that that's all you're going to ever know. Because you telling me you can't learn nothing. Is that what is that what that mean when somebody say, well, that's all I know? Does that mean you can't never learn nothing else? That's what that mean, ain't it, bro? And I refuse to think.
It's and it's not Salakia, bro. It's not that they can't learn. It's just like they just refuse. They don't. It's just traditional man. That traditional man look way better than the Most High to them.
Man, look here. I'm telling you, man. I know I sing the same song a lot, but the reason that I say Deuce name and he doesn't have it sounds harsh, but he doesn't have relevance in my life at this moment. So it's not that I'm beating a dead horse by dragging him. It's not a bash Deuce. But what it is I held him of such high regard because he's an intellectual. And we've had conversations where he understood some things that I was saying that other people couldn't understand. And he picked it up. I would write bars that nobody would catch, and he could catch it. So when he refused to follow the laws, just because he didn't want to stop smoking weed, he didn't want to stop eating not according to the dietary law, he didn't want to stop smoking Black and Milds, he didn't want to accept that it's a possibility that people that he loved, such as his parents, would not receive salvation because they are heathens. If he accept what the Most High God says, then he would have to accept that they would be considered Gentiles. And it hurt me so bad that you can't look past that. The book said we ought to obey God rather than man, and therefore we should not choose man over the Most High God. And it just hurt him so bad that he couldn't choose. And that's why I bring it up, because we have some people that have the ability to be great leaders in the Israelite community, great leaders to teach our people. They have the spirit that they need inside of them, but they refuse to embrace the spirit. They refuse to follow the laws. I'm sure you know some people that have what it takes, bro. I'm sure you know some people that have the zeal for the Most High God. You can have zeal aimed in the wrong direction. Do that make sense, bro?
Oh yeah, yeah. See,
Zeal
and
aimed in the wrong direction.
I catch myself too. Just a lot of time, man. Just giving them the benefit of the doubt, and just trying to just have a word with them. And you know how them Paul preachers be, man, and
Man,
them New Testament law holders be. It just be like,
what?
do you not know that that these laws were given to Israel in the beginning?
Man,
Regardless, they were given to Israel in the beginning. Where do you think the new ones come from?
man, look, man. Out of all of them thousands of denominations, TikTok is a new denomination. Religious. It's a religious denomination, man. Go to Corinthians, First Corinthians, man.
Let me bring this out first. This
Come
first
on with it.
Maccabees. This is First Maccabees chapter 1. I'm gonna say 43. Yes, sir. Chapter 1, 41 through 43. And this gonna be another example of these people worshiping these kings and not want to be martyrs. You know what I'm saying? Moreover, King Atosius, that's what I'm gonna call him, Theosius, wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. You hear that, bro?
Man,
This the king talking. This ain't the Most High talking, bro. This
man.
the king talking. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathens agree according to the commandment of the king. You hear that? The commandment of who, bro? Who that?
Man, the king.
All right. 43 said, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Shabbat.
Woo wee.
So that's why
It was
that's
against the
why
law.
that's why Sabbath so these folks be so confused because like you said that water kept hitting them monkeys.
Man,
Man, they ain't even want to
they,
hit it.
they don't want to let their kids go up there.
Yeah,
They don't want their
you
kids
talking
to get
crazy.
hit by the monkey. They don't want their other loved ones to get hit by the water.
Yeah,
So they teach them, don't go up there.
right.
Just don't even go up there.
What you say, First Corinthians what, bro?
Yeah, first go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 1.
Yeah. Palestine fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the
That's first
Philistines.
Corinthians. That's first
Yep, this
Corinthians
First
10 and
Corinthians
1.
10. Yep, this
All
First
right,
Corinthians 10 and 1.
all right, go ahead.
And fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. Like, and the Philistines followed hard after Saul. And after his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malachishua, the
Oh,
sons
did
of
that say
Saul.
Corinthians at the top right there?
Oh man, I do that every time. Salaki.
I asked you. I asked
You
you.
did. You did. You did. You did. Salaki. Salaki. I do that every time. I'm just excited.
All praise to the Most High.
Corinthians chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I will not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Yahweh. But with many
So,
of them,
Salakia. So, who walked under the cloud and through the sea with Moses?
that's gonna be
Moses?
Yahweh.
No. Look, Moses went to the Pharaoh,
Oh,
the
you talking about
Egyptians.
You talking about the Israelites? So
That's
like my
right.
bad.
That's right.
My
Yeah,
bad.
but he
'Cause I thought
said,
you.
all our fathers.
Mm-hmm.
He said, brethren, all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. So this is him saying that number one, I'm a Gentile. You are my brethren according to the flesh, because all of our fathers came from Egypt and walked through the sea with
Mm-hmm.
Moses. So that's just context. Now jump to 12 and 1. 1 Corinthians 12 and 1. So we already established who this is talking. This is an Israelite talking to other Israelites, because he said, brethren, all our fathers walked through the sea under the cloud.
Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I will not have you ignorant. Ye know that you were Gentiles. What they say, bro? They said normal people, Christians. What they say right there, bro?
Shoot,
You
it
were what?
said Gentile. Ye were Gentile. And he said brethren. He's still talking
Brethren.
to the Israelites.
That's
I'm still
right.
talking to you Israelites.
Carried
And
away
we
unto them
concerning,
dumb idols,
that's right.
even as ye were led.
So again, here go them constraints. Here, this you're being
Mm-hmm.
compelled to these
Mm-hmm.
dumb idols, forced into being a Gentile through this Hellenistic Jew period. We just read that in Second Maccabees, the Hellenistic Jew period. But he
Mm-hmm.
talking to his brethren, his Israelite brethren, and he's saying, "Ye were Gentiles." Even though we got ourselves together now, y'all used to be Gentiles. Why? Because you was carried away unto these dumb idols, forced, even as you were led
Mm-hmm.
into this idolatry. This the Gentile mind state. Gentile is a mind state.
Mm.
It's a
Hey, some
mind
folks be
state,
claiming
man.
it. Some folks be claiming it like a sect, bro. You know that?
Boy, they might as well throw up Gentile. Gentile, you feel me? Gentile, y'all might well be throwing it up in the club. Insane Gentiles. You heard me?
Cause y'all want to go to dumb idols.
Dumb idols, man. Want
It
to wear a
said
cross
dumb.
on your neck.
It said dumb
Dumb.
idols too.
Boy,
That's what the
it's a
word
dumb.
said, not me.
Boy, that's dumb. Boy, so it's saying that's dumb to have that cross on your neck. You hear me? This what we just going by what the scripture said. This ain't me and Dart
Yeah.
talking.
Nah, it's different. We bringing that word out. That's what the word say. It say it right there
Gentiles,
in black and white.
man, and sometimes red.
That's right.
Why accept? Why settle? You can do so much more. When you can be so much better, bro. When you can unlearn these Gentile fundamentals and blossom into something that the Most High would appreciate, bro. If not to compare us with the dogs, but to compare us with a possession, because we are a possession to the Most High, a prized possession, but we are a possession to the Most High. Let's say you have a prized animal, a dog that you got. It's a prized possession. It's your most precious dog that you can have. And you know a dog can become part of the family. You hurt
Man,
when he
get the
hurt, he
paper and
cry.
everything. They be having that
Man,
dog get the
hey,
paper and everything.
boy, eat good. What if you purchase this dog for a particular reason? You bred, not purchased, you bred him. You created him. You bred this dog with this dog, created him for a particular reason. Whether it be to be a guard dog, whether it be to be a stud and breed, it has a particular purpose. What do you do when that dog refuses that purpose that it was for? If you get a dog for breeding and it don't breed, brother Steph got a male that won't breed. It won't breed. It's a male. Beautiful. Great genetics. But he won't breed. What do you do? What do you do now? He don't do what I want him to do. Do I have to now conform to him? I just gotta deal with it. This is the position that we put the Most High in when we don't do what we supposed to do, bro. We don't do what we supposed to do. You put him in a position. He created us to follow his commandments, to fear him and follow his commandments. So we don't fear him or follow his commandments. What can you expect? What do you expect, man? It's tough. It's tough, but
Got to Deuteronomy. You talking about the Most High giving the commandment.
man, bring it out, man.
Deuteronomy 7. I'm gonna read Deuteronomy 7 through 6. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess, whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, Canaan and the Canaanites, and the Pezerites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me,
Man,
that they may serve other gods. That's a little G. So
man,
will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. That's that cross you was talking about, wasn't it, bro?
man,
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy
man.
God hath chosen thee to be
Chosen thee
special people unto himself above all people that are
above
upon the
all
face
people
of the
on the
earth.
face of the earth.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. All praise to the
That's
Most High.
right. He chose us. Hey, bring out 1 Peter 2:9, boy. That made me want to bring out 1 Peter 2:9. It said he chose us to be a
This is
holy
the East right
people,
there.
a special people above all other nations on the face of the earth. He chose us to be above them. And he said, don't make marriages with them.
Peter, 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are
Uh-huh.
a chosen generation, a royal priesthood,
Ooh,
a holy
ooh,
nation, a particular
ooh.
people,
Peculiar.
that ye should show
Peculiar people.
forth the
Salakia.
praises of him.
Salakia,
Salaki,
bro. A
peculiar
peculiar.
people,
That's right. That's right.
that ye should
Now,
shoot forth the praises of him. Go ahead, bro.
what I'm finna say is these are a bunch of compliments.
Mm-hmm.
It said, you are a chosen generation. What a compliment to be chosen by the Most High God.
Mm-hmm.
A royal priesthood. What a compliment to be considered a royal priesthood. A holy nation. What a compliment to be considered a holy nation, a set apart nation, a nation above the other nations. And it says a peculiar people. What a compliment. Now go and look up the definition of peculiar and let's see what they've changed that word into in today's society or in today's English. Because these are compliments that the Most High given us.
Peculiar, strange, or odd,
Huh?
unusual.
Huh?
Second definition say peculiar, special. But the
You see
first
the
one say
difference?
strange or odd, unusual.
What? Strange or odd? How do you go from special, holy, royal, chosen to strange and odd?
That's probably why I said particular earlier.
I'm telling you, bro, because even we still have residue on the brain.
Yeah,
We're not used to people using the word peculiar in a upbeat way, in a complimentary way. We're not used to it. But we were chosen. We holy. We set apart. We are not Gentiles, bro. Not in the, you see how a word can have a meaning here in the Bible, but here today, even we have trouble understanding what the word means because of how it's used every day. So how could you understand Gentile if you can't even you don't understand peculiar? We have trouble understanding peculiar because they don't put a twist on the definition of the word. So we know they put a twist on the word Gentile. We know they did, man. They put a twist on it, dog.
twist on everything. Yeah.
Man, our people have had a number done on them. We had a number done on us, man. Telling you now, a number done on us.
Finish this. They say, and ye shoot forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of God, which have not attained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul. Having your
Uh,
conversation honest,
that thing right there hit so hard, man.
yeah. Say,
That
having
thing
your
hit so hard.
conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers. You want to be a Gentile and these folks talk evil?
Hey, it's hard to understand it, ain't it, bro?
They may
It's
be,
hard.
they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify God in the day of visitation. Yeah, that's tough right there.
It's hard to wrap your mind around it, bro. It's hard to wrap your mind around it.
I'm a, that
You know
that
what?
tie into I'm finna bring this Ephesians chapter 2 out. That's gonna tie right into that. Hold on, let me get to it. That's gonna tie right into that. Now that thing right there hit too, bro.
I'm telling you, man. That first Peter rough.
Yeah, that probably be when I study this Shabbat for sure.
That ain't rough, man.
For sure. It's gonna be Ephesians chapter 2, 11. I'm gonna read 11 down to 13. Where wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called
Mm.
uncircumcision, by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. But now in, in
Woo-wee.
Yahweh Shah, ye who sometime were far off are made nigh. by the blood of Yahweh.
Wee!
We
How
just
did
hit
we fall so? How we fall so far
back.
from grace, man? How we fall so far from grace, dog?
I'm gonna tell you that their sprinkler got it. That sprinkler system, bro.
Hey, I'm glad you understand that metaphor because it's
Bro,
in your head now.
that sprinkler system tore us up. You hear me?
It tore
Back
us
in first
up.
Mecca, back in first Maccabees, or what was that?
And
Second Maccabees?
Second Maccabee tore us
Man,
up.
that done tore us up, boy.
Don't even want to get
And,
squirted. Don't even want to see nobody
and
else
it
get
was,
squirted.
and it really wasn't even. It really wasn't even us. It was the folks before our folks, before our folks.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right, bro. Let me play with your mind for a second. You know, I like to hit you with some did you knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want you to look up 501c3.
Wow.
Google it. They hit you across your head, dog.
Okay, I got it's an organization,
Uh-huh.
type of non-profit organization recognized by the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
It falls under a specific section of the U.S. Internal Revenue Code that grants federal tax exemption to nonprofits that met certain requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a tax exemption.
Yeah, go on down. What else do you see?
Um, the purpose, it must be established and operate exactly for one or more of the following purposes: charitable, religious, educational, scientific, itinerary, testing for public safety, fostering
Mm-hmm.
national or international amateur sports
Uh-huh. Go
competition.
go on down. Go on down. What else do you see?
Okay.
But you already getting the gist of it. You getting a good
Yeah, I
understanding
see
of it.
it's a tax exemption for an organization.
Okay, so let me explain a little bit about this. The 501c3 is a contract that your pastor of your church has with the government. Didn't it say religion?
Mm-hmm. Definitely say religion.
Okay, a
It said
religious charity.
it said most people are familiar with them as churches and charities, but they also
Okay,
include private foundations.
so what that means is your pastor don't have to pay taxes on the tithes.
Mm.
He's exempted from the taxes. So what would the government get in return for his exemption of taxes? The 501c3 illustrates what he can and cannot teach in the church.
Mm. That's what they call them cemetery preachers, ain't it, man?
That's right. That's right. Cemetery school. So you go to the
Cemetery.
cemetery school, we teach you what to teach, give you a book of what lessons to talk about, and in return, we give you a 501c3, and you don't have to pay taxes on none of this money that you get at the church. You see how that work, bro?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Is
So
that
look,
crazy?
so Salakia, bro, you
Come
telling
on.
me, you telling me, cause you telling me, when these trades come around and these folks
Uh-huh.
put their money in these trades,
Uh-huh.
no tax being taken away, no nothing.
Every dollar.
So where is this money going to then?
That's the question. Because they'll tell you they're gonna build something on the church and you don't see it till next year. If you ever see it. I remember my church folk been getting a gym back when I was little going to the church. And you know I ain't supported no church in years, decades.
Oh,
And that
Negro
church
should have
was
been had a
collecting.
boy.
Well,
Negro
look here.
should have been. I had a church. You hear me?
Well, they were collecting for a gym when I was going back when I was a kid. Didn't nobody never get no gym. Just saying. This 501c3, this is some stuff that we don't know about. We don't know about stuff like that. Y'all teach this lesson right here that I want you to teach. Don't teach out of Maccabees. You better not teach out of Obadiah. And you don't have to pay no taxes.
They teach out of Obadiah. They gonna.
Well, they losing their 501. I bet you they gonna tax you, boy. You teach out of Obadiah, you getting taxed, son. You getting taxed. It's a lot of politics involved, man.
You better not go in there talking about Jacob and my little Esau.
Boy, look. The thing about it is a lot of politics involved. That's why when them brothers that put that status on Facebook and they said, what color is Yahweh Shah? What color is Jesus? And Mayor Roslin put on there, he clear. I said, clear?
Hey,
I get it.
That's what Bully used to call the white tees, bro.
Look here. I get it that you a mayor. I get that you don't want to mess up your votes for next year. You want to run again and you want the Edomites to vote. I get it. But rather than lie, don't say nothing. What you think about that, dog? Is that a good solution? Is that a better solution? If rather than lie, don't say nothing. Because we know he can't be clear, man. Jesus wasn't no alien. He wasn't transparent. He wasn't translucent. So I can see his guts. I can see his guts. And that's you telling me he walk around like a glass of water.
You hear me? Maybe she's talking about the Ruach.
Like a glass of water. Well, he was a human. He got a mom and a daddy. He's a human. He from the tribe of Judah. Ain't nobody else in the tribe of Judah clear. She said the man is clear, bro. Come on, man.
That's pretty good.
She said he clear. Because if she say the truth and say that he's black, well, that just hurts your white vote next year. Your Edomites is not going to vote for you next year. And if you say he white, it's going to make your black community that you come from, that you say you stand up for, look at you with that eyebrow raised like the Rock. What? What you mean? So the politically correct, the answer that society would accept is to say he clear.
Shalom, chat. Oh, my bad, Sister Coy. We was just in there.
I've been looking. I've been leaning forward, looking, keeping up with the chat.
What's up, Nisha? What's up, Sister
I'll
Nisha?
pray to the Most High, man.
We've been just caught up in the word, man.
Man, it's just stuff to think about, bro.
Yeah.
That's a Gentile is a mind state, man. Gentile is a mind state, bro.
And the Most High said Gentiles are evil doers. You hear me?
Say they lie so they come from the womb. So they tell a lie straight out the womb, man.
I'm definitely not trying to be no evil doer.
That's tough, man. But all I'm saying is, it's stuff that we don't be knowing. Because you would say, well, what reason do the pastor have to tell me a lie and lead me down the wrong road? That's because you don't know what a 501c3 is. You know, stuff like that makes a big difference. What you think about that, Dart?
I didn't know what's crazy. I knew about the that doctrine being pushed, but I didn't know I didn't know the text, the whole text.
Man, that's crazy, man.
I didn't know about that one.
You get exempt from taxes if you do this.
Which I thought churches was definitely exempt from tax anyway, but I didn't know this is what it was called.
That's what it is, man. It's important for us to know these type of things. It's important for us to know these type of things. Is important because it helps us get a better understanding of why these folks do this. They don't. I'm not saying that the pastor is evil from the womb, but what I'm saying is the pastor is in love with money.
Mm-hmm.
The pastor is doing this for a financial purpose. He doing this as a job. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that as a job. Give me Psalms 58 and 3, bro. Give me Psalms 58 and 3, bro.
This is Psalms chapter. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. Speaking lies.
You hear
Their
that?
poison is like the poison. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
You hear that?
They, they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
This is why
Oh
he
yeah.
said don't make marriages with them.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You done met some great people of other nations. Some people that are kind, some people that wasn't mean to you. I understand it. But they can't control their feelings straight out the womb. They can train themselves to hide it better. Yeah, they can train themselves to hide it a lot better. But you got to understand they were created like that. Give me Proverbs 16, bro.
Verse 1.
Go ahead. Go from 1 to about 4.
All right. Of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirit. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. The Lord has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the
Mm-hmm.
wicked for the day of evil. All praise to the Most High.
Ooh, he did
Even
what?
one
He
that
made
is
what?
per-
Read,
he
read that
said,
again, bro.
the Lord hath made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though, though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. When a man ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Man, he said he made the wicked, bro. He made them
He said,
wicked.
he said, if your ways please the Most High, he even make your enemies be at peace with him. You hear me?
That's right. That's right. But we gotta understand if he created them wicked, who are you to say, well, he's not a bad guy? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How can you say, well, they ain't all bad when the Most High God, the creator of them, created them to be wicked?
How you gonna
Give
tell
me
the potter how to make
Ecclesiasticus.
the clay? You hear me? How you
Go
gonna
to
tell the potter?
Ecclesiasticus, bro.
All right.
12 and 10. Salakia. Like you said, how you gonna make the potter what? How the clay call the potter and say what?
How you gonna tell the potter how to make the clay?
You can't. You just the clay. If he decide for you to be a cook, you a cook. He decide for you to be a bowl, you a bowl. You may think
Ecclesiastes what, bro?
12 and 10. You may think that a bowl has more importance, has more relevance, has bigger duties than a cup. But you, for all you, he could make you to be a toothbrush holder. Or you don't get to carry no food, no water, no nothing, no substance. But all these things have a purpose. That's what you got to keep in mind. Everything got a purpose.
This
Hey,
is
is the
Ecclesiastes
tire? Hey,
chapter
is the
12.
tires on the? Listen, Dart. Is the tires on the car less important than the steering wheel on the car?
Well, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't no tire.
They both
What you gonna do?
wheels. They both wheels. One is in the dirt. One is sitting inside where the AC at with your hands on. One got to ride in the dirt, on the rocks, in the mud. But you got to have both of them to move.
Got to.
You got to have
You
both
can't,
of them to
like
move.
you said, you gotta have both. You ain't gonna move them wheels. You ain't got no steering wheel.
You understand what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
purposes. All the creations have a purpose. Everything got a purpose.
They say, yeah, even the wicked. You hear me?
Even the wicked got a purpose. Now you get it. You get what I'm saying, bro. You with me. You with me. Everything has a purpose, bro. And that's important to understand. That's important to remember. Even the wicked has a purpose. The wicked will make you appreciate the non-wicked.
That's right.
A bad friend makes you appreciate a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or am I wrong, bro?
You all the way right.
When you got somebody that don't support you, it makes you appreciate the ones that support you. When you got somebody that's gonna jump out the boat as soon as it get rough, it make you appreciate a real rider, bruh. Come on, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. What you got?
Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness.
Hold on. So what this saying is, first of all, it said don't never trust your enemy. Never trust your enemy. For like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So even though it's shining right now, the iron shining when you first get it,
Mm-hmm.
it is most certainly going to rust one day.
That water,
Some
so that water and that salt hit that thing, boy.
eventually it's gonna rust. Some iron may stay shinier longer and can make you convinced. But they say use a Ginsu knife on TV of one called a Ninja. It say it's rust free. It don't rust. You're lying to me. Eventually, it's gonna rust. So even though this enemy that you consider a good person, man, he good, bro. Hey, I work with him every day. Bobby Joe, Billy Bob, he good.
Not
He don't.
Bobby
I
Joe, bro.
don't never get no problems out of him. But eventually, bro, his iron gonna rust. That's my point. Eventually, it's gonna rust. That's all I'm saying, bro. So even though they good to you right now, don't trust your enemy. Don't trust them. Now the question that you had to ask yourself now is, who is the enemy, bro? Who is the enemy, dog?
That's gonna be the Gentiles from what it sounds like.
I tell you what. I tell you what. Why guess when we got the sword?
That's right.
Let's go to Deuteronomy and find out
Okay.
who our enemy is.
That
Go to
chapter verse
Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy.
28 and 68. That right there supposed to be etch a sketched.
Yeah.
28 and 68. Y'all
Probably, yeah, you know, I
always
might have to.
remember. Oh, you know I got it.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no
See it no
more
more.
again.
Uh-huh.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and
And
bondwomen,
bondwomen.
and
Uh-huh.
no man
No man
shall
shall
buy
buy
you.
you. Salaki. Now what they're saying right there is this is talking to the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
This is after they came out of Egypt. They walked out of Egypt, first of all, and they never returned to Egypt. So when he said, the Lord shall bring ye into Egypt again, Egypt is a representative of slavery. Egypt means slavery. You shall go into slavery again. How? With ships. How did we get over here to this new age Babylon, America, on ships? He said, you're going to go into slavery again on ships. And
Mm-hmm.
when we got over here off the ship, what they do, bro? Put us on an auction block.
I'm gonna repeat that
Bring it
again.
out.
Hear me, let's do that again.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye
To
shall be
your
sold unto
enemies.
your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen,
Slave man, slave
and no
woman.
man shall
And ain't
buy
no
you.
man, ain't nobody gonna set us free. So who were we sold
Hey,
to? Who was we
Salakia,
sold to
bro.
when we got to America,
Salakia,
Dart?
bro. Oh, we were definitely sold to the highest bidder of
Edom.
Edom, or it's other like Edom like minded
See, wasn't
individuals
nobody
too.
else over here. At that time, wasn't nobody else over here. The only other people that was over here was the tribe of Gad. And what they were doing is shipping them back on the same ship that they brought us over here on.
Mm. That made me think about I saw this podcast where Corey Holcomb, he was talking about the Carnival cruise,
Uh-huh.
and he was just like, as black people, why would y'all want to get back on the ship? And that's how y'all got over here. Why would y'all want to do that
Man,
to
for
yourself?
real. Bring out Exodus 20 and 2, bro.
Dang,
Let's just make sure we
you here with
clear all
that
this thing up.
one. Mm-hmm.
So it just told us our enemy is the people that we were sold to when we got off the ship, which is the Edomites. And the other scripture we just read, it said, don't never trust your enemy because just like iron rust, they wickedness gonna show eventually. These the Gentiles.
It
And
says,
it
I'm
said,
the Lord thy God,
uh-huh,
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Egypt. What is Egypt?
out of the house of bondage.
The house of bondage.
That's gonna be
Egypt
that
is
bondage.
the house of bondage.
Yep.
So when it said, I shall take you into Egypt again, I'm going to take you into another house of bondage.
Mm-hmm.
On ships this time. And we know they walked out of Egypt the first time, so why would they have to take a ship? So we know we ain't talking about literal Egypt. Y'all walked out the first time.
Mm-hmm.
This time you're going to go into the house of bondage on the ship, and you're going to get sold to your
And it
enemy.
said again, though, bro. That
Again.
last script said again.
That's right, house of bondage again. Because y'all were hard-headed.
All praise to the Most High.
Acting like Gentiles, man. We got to quit acting like Gentiles, man. Gentile is a mind state, and we got to break it. We got to break it, man. Accept your brother's rebuke. Accept when somebody try to help you out, man. That's what we have a problem doing. We can't accept it, man. We can't accept it. We think, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you think you know everything. Bro, I didn't say that. I didn't say I know everything. You just gonna say you gonna put,
Nobody want to read though, bro.
huh?
Nobody want to read though. Nobody want to
Oh no,
read.
don't nobody want to read.
That's all it is.
That hurt us right there. We got broke. Well, that sprinkler. That's another way. That's another way that sprinkler broke us, boy. If you read, you get killed. If we catch you reading, you get punished. We found ways around it. Now we don't want to do it.
And see, that's why they left their book alone. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they
Well, you're gonna get killed for reading. Give me Leviticus
bring out
19:17,
this.
bro. All right, go ahead.
Let me
Come on with it.
bring out this Joel 3. It says, "For behold, in the days and the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Josaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel,
Ooh-wee.
whom they have scattered among the nations
The
and parted my
Gentiles,
land.
the goy. You hear
And
me,
they
dog?
have cast lots." Yes, that's right. "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink." What you say, bro? What you want me to bring up? 'Cause that was
Man, look, that hit because it said they
that
cast
hit.
lots for the people. You
Mm-hmm.
know what casting lots is? That's what they did when they tried to get Yahweh shot clothes after they hung it. They
Hey,
cast
they
lots to
did.
see who
That's what they did on when Jonah was on the ship, trying to
the
figure out
cast lot.
who gonna
That's right.
who gonna do something, who gonna pray.
What happened? Who did it? Who the one that brought this on us? Let's cast lots and find out. I said Leviticus 19 and 17. This is the thing that we have a problem with. This is a misunderstanding that we have. Leviticus 19 and 17.
"Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any
Mhm.
wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin
That's
upon
right.
him. Thou,
That's
thou shalt
right.
not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord."
So look, who is the neighbor? In 17 it says, don't hate your brother
Mm-hmm.
and rebuke thy neighbor. So your neighbor is your brother in 17. In 18 it says, thou shalt not avenge nor bear grudge against the children of what?
Thy people.
The children of thy people. Then what else it say?
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
So your neighbor is the children of your people in 18. In 17, the neighbor is your brother. So when it says love your neighbor, it says love your brother. Love the children of your people. And it also says you shall rebuke your brother. That means tell him what he wrong at, bruh. That's a problem we got on both sides. We have a problem telling people they wrong, telling our brothers that they wrong, and we have a problem accepting when our brothers tell us we wrong. We got a problem with it. Now the thing about it is, you have to be, when you rebuke, it has to be a righteous rebuke. You can't tell me something when you're not doing the same something. That's hypocrisy. You can't correct me on a law. You can't correct me on scripture. You can't correct me on how I should lead my household, how I should lead my wife, my children. You can't correct me on any of these things if you yourself aren't doing these things. You got to be doing them because I'm going to get offended. I'm going to get offended because if I know for sure you ain't keeping the laws, you falling short over here. Your wife don't wear no, your wife ain't dressing. Come on, man. Your wife
That's
don't dress modest. Your
I,
girlfriend don't dress modest.
I wonder what King was just like, hey, y'all quit dressing modest too. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, it just told him right there in the second Maccabee.
They told him to quit dressing modest too, bro.
You better not. You better dress like we dress. It said our culture, our styles,
Fashion. That's
our
right.
fashions.
Right.
You got to pick it up. And if you don't, you're going to be put to death. So if you don't start wearing some leggings with your boot out, if you don't wear some biker shorts with your boot out, if you don't wear some tight jeans with your boot out, you're going to be put to death. And now our women love it. Now our women think that's how you supposed to dress. That's the latest fashion. She killed it. She ate.
Hey,
Well,
with
she
the head,
ate up.
with the clock to T now, they got a new one, bro. Where they put their two fingers together.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but I done seen it several times.
Man, all I'm saying is don't correct me if you ain't correct. And don't correct nobody else if you ain't correct. Don't be teaching wrong doctrine if you don't know the doctrine. And don't have a problem accepting it from a righteous brother or righteous sister. I don't have a problem with my real correct me because I know she doing what she supposed to do. But when somebody that ain't, come on, man, you can't, come on, bro. You not, your house ain't right. Come on, sis. You ain't dressing properly. You can't tell me and you not. That's not right. But we got to be able to accept it, and that's a problem. People think it's hate. People think it's hate. Because I gotta surround myself around brothers and sisters that's doing right. And that's gonna encourage me to do right. I can't surround myself around brothers and sisters that just do some right, appears to do right, but don't have that extra zeal when ain't nobody around. That ain't right, man.
And
Because
bro, we Salaki, bro.
yeah,
We don't live in the world so long, bro. You know how deep we was in that world. Ain't nobody trying to go back to that.
man,
I
I'm
ain't even trying
not
to be
going back.
ain't even trying to be associated with
Bro, I'm
even.
not going. Look, I'm gonna cash you like a lot before I do
All
that.
right, that's
I'm
right.
throwing you to the side. Before I jeopardize what I'm building, I throw you to the side. Why? If you building a foundation, dog, let's say you building a house and you pick up a brick that's weak, you got a whole bunch of more bricks over here.
Mm-hmm.
Why put that weak brick in there, man?
So you can
Why
have to go back and
jeopardize?
fix the foundation, man.
Why jeopardize
Right.
that, man?
Mm-hmm.
You got a whole bunch of more, man. Throw that brick to the side. It's some more bricks out here. That's a brick. It's a brick, true enough. But why jeopardize your foundation, man? It might make you fall later on. So I can't overlook the weak spots in that brick for the bigger picture. I can't overlook it just because, man, it's gonna be a great building. That one brick ain't gonna make a difference. That one brick might be the difference, bro.
Right.
Can't overlook it, bro. I'll throw you to the side, man. Throw you to the side and grab a stronger brick so that I can build what I need to build. And I'm not gonna have a problem accepting rebuke from my brother. I'm gonna tell you, dog, when you check me, I'm checked. It's just that simple. When you check me, I'm checked, bro.
Same, bro.
And I'm gonna
Same
tell you
thing.
why I don't mind taking it from you, because something you'll say, you'll lead off a sentence and be like, this is referring to yourself. You'll say, correct me, maybe I'm in my flesh, bro. Maybe it's my flesh, but tell me, and then you tell me what you finna say. See, that means you done already ran it across your mind that it's a possibility that you could be wrong. Therefore, you don't have a problem accepting whatever response I give you. It's like if you watch 8 Miles, how Eminem won, which is the Edomite, using for example, how he won one of those battles is he went ahead and pointed out all his flaws.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and point them out. You don't even got nothing to say now. So since I pointed out all my flaws, you don't even got nothing else to say. So what that means is if you rebuke yourself, bro, you won't have to be rebuked. If I rebuke myself, I won't have to be rebuked. But we gotta be careful, because just like that 501c3 is determines the doctrine that a pastor teaches, We got some camps out here, some Israelite camps. I ain't gonna act like it ain't none that exists. It's some leaders, some elders, and some Israelite camps that not necessarily going out of a 501c3, but they have that same mentality, and they teaching the wrong doctrine, and it's soaked up by gullible brothers, and it's passed on. It's passed on, bro. And they ain't even seen. They don't even know why. They ain't even seen the sprinkler go off.
Ain't even heard of a sprinkler. They didn't even know about no sprinkler. You hear me?
Bro, they just passing it on, man. They just passing it on. Gentile is a mind state. Gentile does not mean a non-Jew. Gentile can be goy or ethnos. Gentile can be nation. Gentile can be heathen. A Gentile can be you. A Gentile can be me. A Gentile can be a thing. You can do a Gentile thing. Don't be a Gentilite. Don't be a Gentilite, man.
Gentilite is tough.
Don't be a Gentilite, man. Don't be out here running around being no Gentilite. I'm finna get a shirt made to say, be gentle, don't be a Gentile. I think that's a good slogan.
You gotta put don't be a Gentilite. Be gentle.
Man, be gentle, don't be a Gentilite. That's all I'm saying, man. You got something you want to end it on, bro? Because, hey, we hit that.
I think
when we cook, we cook.
Yeah, we definitely put all that stuff on the grill. That thing came out well done. You understand?
And we already know the Most High the chef.
Yeah.
Yeah, Howard the chef.
You hear how you gonna tell the potter how to make the clay?
You can't do it. Can't do it. All praise to the Most High for bringing me and this brother together for this lovely show called A Turnaround. And we don't want to just watch the world revolve, bro.
Turn it around.
We want to turn it around.
Like,
and you know what I'm saying? It's been a good one, man, on them Gentiles, which, as you know, Gentiles is something that is a regurgitated topic because it's something that we're going to have to constantly hit because we go through these discussions, these debates, these dialogues with these people that say they're Gentiles, they say they don't understand what Gentiles is, they say Gentile mean this and Gentile mean that. So we're going to have to keep hitting it. But as you see today, it's a different way we can hit it. We can attack it different, bro. There's more than one way to skin a Gentile.
Gentilite.
Man, Gentilite. You feel me? Insane Gentile. You feel me? Y'all out here throwing it up in the club, throwing up Gentile, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Y'all already know, man. I'm trying to send to Israel. It's dark. Yeah. This a good turnaround. Yeah, let it be light. And so, you know what I'm saying? Till next time, bro.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate y'all too in the chat, man. Y'all also just talk to us sometime in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Chat. We appreciate it, bro.
Sister Quay. We see you, Sister Nisha. Y'all come back.
Yeah.